Every day, the United States Coast Guard saves 14 lives and assists 98 people in distress. Every day, the Coast Guard handles 74 search and rescue cases, interdicts 17 illegal migrants at sea, and seizes or removes 1,000 pounds of illegal drugs with a street value of $12.9 million. Every day, the Coast Guard boards 193 ships and boats to enforce domestic fisheries and marine protected species regulations, inspects 53 hazardous materials containers, and responds to 12 pollution spills. At just 40,000 strong, the Coast Guard is smaller than the New York City Police Department. The largest of the Coast Guard's 9 districts in terms of geography, the 14th Coast Guard District headquartered in Honolulu, is the service's smallest in terms of personnel, with just less than 2,000 people, a force smaller than that of the Honolulu Police Department. Our Commandant likes to say the role of the Coast Guard can be summarized in 3 basic mission areas: safety, security, and stewardship of the marine environment. Sometimes, all 3 come together in a single case. The 14th District Commander has oversight of 29 operational units in Hawaii, Guam, American Samoa, Saipan, Singapore, South Korea, and Japan. On his watch, 1,200 active duty, 200 reserve, 100 civilian, and 400 auxiliary personnel carry out the daily missions of the United States 5th Armed Service in an area of responsibility of 12.2 million square miles. When the revenue cutter Lawrence sailed into Honolulu Harbor in 1849, it marked the beginning of a Coast Guard presence in the Central and South Pacific. When the 14th Coast Guard District responds to calls for help, it can launch with a moment's notice a C-130 aircraft or HH-65 Dolphin helicopter from Air Station Barbers Point, or a coastal patrol boat or buoy tender home-ported in Honolulu or Apra Harbor, Guam, or small boats from stations Honolulu, Kauai, Maui, or Apra Harbor. Marine inspectors conduct safety inspections on more than 2,000 commercial vessels annually, monitor vessel construction to ensure compliance with safety standards, investigate marine casualties, and ensure proper licensing and training. More than 90% of America's coral reefs are found within the jurisdiction of the 14th Coast Guard District, and we help protect these fragile areas from the impacts of casualties, oil spills, derelict fishing gear, marine debris, and other hazards. A fleet of buoy tenders and personnel from the Aids to Navigation team based in Honolulu maintain more than 500 navigational aids and help light the Pacific by maintaining 7 lighthouses. Cutters and aircraft patrol the Pacific, enforcing the Magnuson-Stevens Fishery Conservation and Management Act, which monitors foreign fishing within the 8 separate 200-mile EEZs of U.S. territories. These cutters also patrol to interdict vessels that attempt to use illegal high-seas drift nets. A fleet of domestic fishing vessels is also monitored for compliance with all applicable U.S. law. The Coast Guard assists NOAA with enforcing safety zones within the Hawaiian Islands Humpback Whale National Marine Sanctuary. Law enforcement efforts maintain border security against illegal drugs, illegal migrants, firearms, and weapons of mass destruction. The 14th District Commander fosters working relationships and partnerships with similar seagoing services of other Pacific countries, such as Australia, New Zealand, Korea, and Japan. Every day, the 14th Coast Guard District's men and women save a life, respond to 5 vessels in distress, save more than $17,000 in property, respond to 2 oil or chemical spills, and help defend vital national interests in the Pacific. The 14th Coast Guard District's men and women truly are Kahu o Ka Pakipika, guardians of the Pacific.